Are you one of those who feel hesitant to start a conversation? Or are you one of those people who don't know what should I say to begin a conversation with somebody? Or are you one of those as well who feel awkward when you have to say bye in the conversation because you're rushing, because you have a lot of work to do? Hello everyone, I'm Jitta, your tutor at Desert Side Training Institute. In today's lesson, I bring to you some phrases you can use to initiate a conversation and to end a conversation. So, this lesson is about how to perfectly start and end the conversation. Let's have a look at the aims of this lesson. In this lesson, we will understand the useful English phrases to start and end the conversation. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. The first list we will understand today is about starting a conversation. A lot of people feel, oh my god, here is one person that I really want to talk to. Let's say in a social gathering or at a conference or at a business meeting. But you feel hesitant. You don't know the right language to start the conversation with that person. Now, here, let's have a look at the first phrase that you can make use of to do that. Long time no see. Well, this one is a particular phrase that you cannot use with strangers, right? It's gonna be funny because you are like, long time no see, and the person is like baffled and the person feels scared because the person doesn't know you. This phrase can only be used with friends and family. If you have not met, let's say, acquaintance as well, if you didn't meet that person for a very long time, that's when you can say a long time no see. A very interesting phrase. It has been a very long time and I have not seen you. That's what it means. A very good way to initiate a conversation. The next phrase in this list of starting a conversation is this your first time here? Now, this is a question you can put forth with a stranger. You can basically ask a stranger and say, is this your first time here? You've been looking forward to talk to that person because you find that person pretty interesting. In that scenario, you can use this phrase, is this your first time here? So you're using it for a stranger or an acquaintance that you have not spoken with, and you're saying, I think I have not seen you here before and I've been here many times. Have you come here for the first time? Again, a very good way to start a conversation. It's very polite, it's nice, non-intrusive way to start a conversation. Next one we have is, do you come here often? It's pretty similar to, is this your first time here? Well, what you can say is, you have seen that person before in a social gathering or a meeting for a long time and you feel quite nice about that person and you want to talk to that person. So in such a scenario, you can say, do you come here often? The person will say yes or a no, and the conversation will take on from there itself. Good way to initiate the conversation. Now another phrase. The next phrase is, hello, I wanted to introduce myself. Alright, can I tell you something here? This is, I think, one of my favorite phrases, and I've used this phrase a lot of times in my life whenever I have to talk to someone. So don't stand in awkwardness and be like you're hoping that you will run into that person and then you will start speaking to that person. No. Good conversationalists and good people with good communication skill will never do that. So make sure you are a confident person and you are someone who starts things and not wait for things to happen to you. So you say, hello, I wanted to introduce myself. Could I do that? And the other person feels quite relaxed as well. It's a very nice way to start a conversation. The last phrase we have here is, hi, do you have a minute? It's very interesting phrase again, quite similar to the above one. Hi, do you have a minute? So you're asking the person, hi, can I take one moment of yours? Because I wanted to say, let's say, introduce myself, or ask a question, or appreciate, or even compliment you. This is a very, very nice way to start a conversation. So here are the top 5 phrases that I have brought to you in this lesson that you can use to start a conversation. Let's now look at the second part of the lesson. In the second part, we will understand how to end the conversation. Ending is very important as well, my friends. Agreed or disagreed? Absolutely. A lot of times when you're talking to somebody, you're rushing to a meeting. Let's say you have to go home very, very soon and you're talking to a colleague, but you can't say that you have to rush. Let's say it's a boss or an important friend. In such a situation, I bring to you these phrases that you can use to end the conversation. The first phrase is, I don't want to keep you any longer. That means, I don't wish to. It is a very polite way of speaking English, first of all. So in this way, you're not offending the person and you're also not making the conversation uncomfortable. And you're saying, I wouldn't want to keep the both of us in the conversation anymore. Because let's say the person automatically gets a sign that you are rushing to a place or you have something important to do. In such a situation, you can use, I don't want to keep you any longer and I think let's meet soon. Let's meet tomorrow. A very nice way to start the ending of a discussion. Next one is, I'll let you carry on then. In this, let's say you ran into someone, for example, in a coffee shop, and you start a conversation and now it is time to end and you want to move because you have a friend waiting on the other table. So you tell the person, okay, I'll let you carry on then. I think it is time for me to move. That's what it means. Very, very nice phrase to talk about the ending of a conversation. Try using this because it is very good. The next phrase we have here is thanks again for the lovely evening or a great time. Now, why are you thanking the person here? Because you thanked the person a lot of times already. And this time, it is time that you are suggesting that it is the time for you to move. And so, thanks for the lovely evening or great time. It is quite predominantly used. People use it a lot of times. But we cannot negate or say cancel the fact that it is still a very valid and an important phrase that you can use to end the conversation with the person. And now we have, I've got to get going. It is a polite and quite an exact way of saying, or quite a straightforward way of saying that it is time for me to move on because I've some other commitment. So you say, I've got to get going. When you say I have, make sure you contract it as well. And it becomes I've. So I've got to get going, not I have got to get going. It is I've got to get going. And finally, the last phrase that we have is I shall now roll out or head out. Now, these are very important phrasal verbs that you can use to say bye. Now, you don't say I need to go now. When people say I need to go now, it is quite, it's not at all polite, first of all. And in such a scenario, you can say, I need to roll out, I'm sorry, or I need to head out. Shall is a very polite way to start a sentence. When you use shall, it looks formal and it feels polite. And you're saying, I shall now roll out or I shall now head out. This was all about starting a conversation and ending a conversation. Thank you for being with me in this lesson. If you liked all of these phrases, Do use them and make sure that you speak confident English, natural English, and charming English. If you want to enroll for our language courses, do leave us a message and we will get in touch with you. Or you can always walk into our institute, which is conveniently located in Knowledge Park 2A block. Thank you so much.